The world's biggest games company recently provided some additional information on how itemization will work in its upcoming dungeon crawler, Diablo 4. With the Cyberpunk 2077 release now behind us, all eyes are on 2021 and the games that we can expect over the coming 12 months, and Blizzard Entertainment knows this. The latest update goes deeply into itemization and discusses how it will affect the passage of play. Blizzard believes that talking about it is important because itemization is the lifeblood of the franchise. It is hard to imagine a Diablo game without the loot. The company says that it is reviewing every aspect of itemization from top to bottom, including legendaries, stats, and visual representations. The firm says that it is still early in the development process and it has a lot of playtesting to do, so the latest update is subject to change. However, we can still expect many of the changes that the company is making to find their way into the finished game once it finally hits the shelves sometime in 2021 or 2022. Blizzard announced a series of what it's calling core changes to itemization in Diablo 4. The game's lead developer Luis Barriga said that he wanted the game to feature items that support the fantasy element of each class. He wanted to make it so that particular drops lead in favor of the particular hero you choose. He also said that he wanted itemization to support deep customization. Items should relate to a class, he said, but not define it. There should always be scope for feasible differentiation of heroes within the full scope of the loot. The idea of best in slot, he said, was retrograde. Lastly, he said that he wanted the depth of the loot to land somewhere between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Diablo 2 was famous for the complexity of its loot structure and the degree of item variation and customization was enormous. Diablo 3 on the other hand offers players fewer complexities and more linear progression, so Diablo 4 needs to be a combination of that, he said. Expect to see people playing slots and games with their loot setups. He also said that he wanted to create a situation where players didn't automatically ignore any loot that wasn't glowing orange or purple. In Diablo 3, almost all of the items players received were junk and they had to go through the tedious process of selling them to vendors to get gold. But in the new game, Luis said that he and the team were looking at ways of increasing the affixes of non-legendary and epic items to make them more compelling to players going for specific builds. On that subject, unique items will replace mythics and legendary items will roll randomly, so you'll never quite know what boost stats you're going to get. The skill tree will also see changes according to reports. Players will find more clustered skills, making it easier to upgrade. Diablo 4 was scheduled for a 2020 release, but due to coronavirus all work has been set back and it is now expected late 2021 or mid-2022.